Hello and welcome to Epic Blocks. This is the third add-on for our villager breeder. So we've got a couple of farmer villagers up there with a bunch of carrots, as well as some bees who will pollinate the carrots to keep them growing. So that no matter where we go in the world, our villagers can keep making more babies. And the babies, of course, will try to come over here to jump on the beds, but fall into the water. And the one coming down here, getting stuck in our villager pen. And then we do have a way here where we can release villagers, hopefully one or two at a time. We can get in and out nice and easily with our ladders. This second gate will keep them from wandering off into the second add-on we did. So the first was to add the bees, and our second add-on is a trading hall. And so as we release our villagers, we can open a trapdoor and allow them to fall into the hole, and when they do, block it up again so that only the one villager is in here, and he has our trade. Oh look, he changed. If you saw last time, I think we left him on flame. Now it's sharpness 4. That's a pretty good one. Anyway, I don't have any emeralds, so I can't trade with him. But what we are going to do, something nice and useful here, third add-on, something else we can do with our pen now that we have all of these villagers in here, and we're going to get more. Almost certainly more than you're ever going to need for your trading hall. We need something else to do with this endless supply of villagers, and we're going to turn it into a witch farm. See, if a villager gets struck by lightning, it turns into a witch. Even better, it is a witch that will never despawn. So, once again, this is something that will work, no matter where we go in the world. And my excess supplies from the previous couple of videos over here, and I'm just going to grab a few dirt as temporary blocks. Just here. And I'm going to put this in the center, and get the villagers to move out of the way. It's getting awfully crowded in here. So, I believe that's all I'm going to need for the temporary blocks. Put those back. And of course we had a lot of leftover blocks from the last video as well. Now for this video, for our witch farm, we've got the lightning rod in place that will turn them into witches. Now we need a way to safely kill those witches. Now technically this part of the farm is not fully automatic, but the villagers showing up and the lightning rod turning them into witches is fully automatic. We are of course going to want a hopper and a double chest for collecting the witch drops. We are going to need a couple of trapdoors and a couple of levers. Now if you prefer, I'll tell you how you could use a dispenser and a button instead of one of these. We still need one trapdoor and one lever. And for the method we're going to use to kill the witch, we're going to use entity cramming. And we are going to need, for that, 24 minecarts. And to place those, we're going to need a rail. We're also going to use water to move the witches wherever we need them to go. Let's just start grabbing all these minecarts. And so, obviously, it does take a lot of iron to make all these minecarts. But I think my next video is going to be an iron farm for you guys. Extremely simple and fully automatic. Let's start with our collection section first. I'm going to go ahead and come dig down here. I don't want to take that block out because the villager standing there would fall down. Let's go ahead and take the one from underneath it. Let's take these, and as you can see on my super flat world, we've hit the bottom of my world. Let's put in our chest. I want the villagers to move. Maybe I can force them out. Go away. I want you here. So many villagers, this might be a bit of a problem. I don't want to kill any of them, I want to save them as witches. Come on, move out of the way. Let's go ahead. Small change here. Put a block in. I really don't want the baby villager there, he can escape entirely. Oh, and they both ran away. Okay, but that's going to work for our trapdoor. We do want it placed on the dirt block back there, not on this one, so that it opens downward. I think my baby villagers are going to go jump on the beds. Or maybe they're just going to bed. It is getting dark. Yep. So let's... pick up that now. Come on, babies. Back that way. There we go. That's one back in the pen. And that's the second one. Okay. Let's put my beds back. There we go. Alright, now that I've got that, let's come back over this way. And we can work on our collection and killing system. Now, to make sure the hopper is pointing into the chest, we need to be looking at the chest when we place it. But of course, if we're not crouched, it's just going to open the chest. We need to crouch and jump. And I don't want to put it up here. We want to put it over here. So let's make sure I'm... Oh. Now if I drop anything in here, it goes into the chest. Alright, so that's our collection system. And we're going to need the rail. And again, can't just right-click to place it. We need to crouch and jump. I like to point it this way so that the mine carts don't roll off. And then, of course, the first cart's easy to place, but the other carts fill up inventory in the main row. I can't. Did not mean to go in. Yep. So if I right-click on it, it's not going to place a mine cart. It's going to put me in there. And if I shift, it's not going to do anything. And same for the hopper below. I have to point at that rail. But if I point at that rail, I can place the mine carts. Oh, so that's 9. And shift. And that's 18. I think I miscounted. Oh no, because I had the 1 I started with. Okay, yeah. Well, that should be 24 minecarts. Now, you want to be very careful because if you enter that space, then you're going to take damage because Minecraft does not allow 25 entities in the same space. It does trigger entity cramming, and it is what we are going to use to kill our witches. And I had a couple of glass. Must have forgotten to put them in this chest. Fortunately, I have a lot of leftover glass. Yep, nothing there. Just need 2. Back over. And of course the glass is going to make it so that we can still open the chest, but the witches are not going to be able to escape, and their drops are not going to be able to escape either. The drops will be forced into the hopper and into our chest. Now is it. Now in order to get the witches in there, we're going to do 2 things. First of all, if we break this block, we can add our lever, and if we open this trapdoor now, any villager standing there will fall in. And I think he might be safe. He's half on the other block. So we can see it's open, and it's closed. But we don't want to just hang around waiting for our witches to decide to wander over here. We want some way to force them over. And there's 2 methods. Probably the easier way would be to break this block, and then we would want to be on the inside when we place it, but we could put a dispenser in there with a bucket of water, and then place a button on the back of the dispenser. Anytime we pushed that button, it would place the water in this block, and that would push all of the villagers into this corner. And of course, if this trapdoor is open, they're going to go into the minecarts, where they will quickly start taking damage and leave all their wonderful goodies for us in our treasure chest. Now, you may not want to build a dispenser. I opted for the cheaper option here, though arguably could be just a little bit harder. I don't think I'm going to need any of those. Now, this method does become a little bit harder. We're going to lose a little bit of space in our pin, and they're all standing here. But let me grab 1 more block of glass to make sure no villagers escape while I'm building this. And I'm going to put this block of glass, and again, it doesn't have to be glass, I just like it because it makes it so that I can see things. And then I'm going to put the trapdoor here, on the other side. So he's in here. Somebody move out of my way. I could probably put it this. Still not working the way I want. Let's go ahead and get rid of this block last moment. Want this to go here. Go. And we can waterlog this. Go. Obviously that's pushing all the villagers into the corner. We need some way to block this. So I'm going to go ahead and put a block. But that blocks the water and causes a problem here. You may have noticed our villagers can escape. Neat. And they're all going to go up to bed. Go. I'll catch those guys in a moment. Now, let's go ahead. That. Put a torch. Actually, I think this ought to be better anyway. Oh. Oh, yes, it did. I forget that one takes a double switch. First click does nothing, and then it's the way you think it would. Now you notice this will push some villagers into this corner. So to fix that. Ahead and grab the glass there. Put it here. And grab some of these villagers. So many villagers, I can't even get up. And I fell in. Alright, come back to the villagers later. It's over. And we're going to put this block of quartz here. So he moves out of the way. We can grab this block. That there. Oh, I'm not on the glass. Oh. Okay. Blocks, I'm going to put them here. Now, of course, we don't need these here, but I don't really have any need to move them, and that'll push all of our villagers perfectly into the corner. Hey, look, I maybe grew up. Alright. Let's see if I can grab some of these villagers. Alright guys, so now that it's nighttime, my villagers are coming to these beds. They should drop in on their own. Got all my villagers back. I believe that was the last 6 who weren't coming in on their own before. Let me just wander around real quick to make sure. Back there. Somebody hiding down here? Nope. So yeah, all my villagers back in the pen. So that's kind of nice that these ledges will let them jump back up. And that bed. And one. I go ahead and put those back where they belong. Huh. Wonder how he wound up there. Too many people, I guess, when he spawned out of the bed. Let's see if I can push him over. He came out. Well, he's going to go into the other beds. Let's put our back into, why not? Where did he go? He went up there. Why did he walk past the beds? Oh well. Anyway, I didn't put these beds back. So I lost the one. Let's see if I can grab him quick. Come on. Go that way. It's gonna come this way now. Still not sleeping when I'm away from this wall. I suppose I can just push him off this ledge. Get him to his friends. There we go. Alright. Collected all of my villagers. Let me replace my beds now. Alright, now my farm is completed. And I have all of my villagers back in their pen. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let's go ahead and have some fun now. Let's turn the weather to thunder. Now our lightning rod will make it so that all lightning strikes within a few chunks are going to go straight to that lightning rod. And every villager within a few blocks, which will be everything in that pen, will be turned into a witch. Even the babies. And there they go. Now that we have all the witches, we'll release the water. And open the hatch. Jostling around there. There's 1 or 2 on the edge of the trap door. Sooner or later they should start falling, but if they don't, you can always reset the water. And my apologies, it does get kind of noisy over there. Just set that water again and let them wander around for a second. So, as long as we don't jump up there, they won't get us. They're blocking each other from falling in. Turn the water off, but they might still fall in. Come on. They think they can walk on the trapdoor, so some of them should periodically step into that space. There goes one, and another. Let's try the water again now that we've lost a couple more. Come on. Trapdoor on that block instead of this one. There's one. I think that'd be more awkward to hit with a lever. Last one. There we go, that was 13 witches. Close that. And that one. Now you might be thinking to put the trapdoor up here so that it opens upwards so they can't stand on the edge, but then they can jump up. And we don't want our villagers escaping through there, and certainly don't want the witches. But now that we've killed 13 witches, let's take a look and see. Very nearly 1.5 stacks of redstone dust. Only 1 gunpowder, that's a little surprising. Some sugar, 2 smetterize, 3 glowstone dust, so that's almost enough to make a glowstone. A handful of sticks and some glass bottles. Not the most useful of items, for me at least, glass bottles. Those sticks, of course, can be traded with our Fletcher over here in the trading hall. He has, of course, finally grown up. And so sticks for emeralds, or emeralds for arrows. Also fairly useful. Anyway, so that is the final add-on we're going to do for our villager breeder. I think I'm just going to hang out here a little bit and see if our farmer's up here will make another baby and we can watch him get turned into a witch. Help them along a little bit, I think. Oh, we have a baby. I don't want to leave those close. There we go. Where's the baby? Is he down here? He does not want to go down the water. Nice. And there we go. One baby turned into a witch. that is our villager breeder complete with wonderful add-ons. So again, we've got our bees to keep the carrots growing even if we wander off. We've got our trading hall as well as a way to release the villagers one at a time hopefully, so that we can bring them over to a workstation, which we can always add more. And if we don't need any villagers for a workstation, we can turn whatever villagers we do have into witches and get their drops. Now, of course, turning them into witches is entirely dependent on the weather. I did set it to a thunderstorm. You would have to wait for a thunderstorm to happen, though in our spawn chunk, that should work just fine. If the weather turns stormy, lightning can still strike in our spawn chunk, and if so, it'll be redirected to the lightning rod and turn the villagers there into witches. And then, of course, when you come back, you may not have any villagers in there. There may be some, but you can come over and turn on our water, open the hatch, and get their drops. Now, if there are a few extra villagers that have grown up with the witches, you can't really pick and choose which ones fall in, so you'll probably wind up losing some or all of those villagers. But you'll get more coming. Just a matter of waiting. More villagers, more witches. Once there's a storm, you might want to figure it's time to go on back and collect some loot. Anyway, thank you for watching. This has been Epic Blocks, and stay tuned for more simple and, for the most part, fully automatic farms.